Bull is a new huge hit show for CBS, but I did not know until Phil was here. It was actually based on Phil's life.
I know.
So weird. I had no idea that Dr. Phil used to do this.
Fascinating.
Yeah, Bull picks the jury, and you dress people for the part that they have to play.
So much of what we communicate to the world is what we put on.
Is wardrobe.
I'm feeling particularly purple today. So, but you know, it speaks to a lot of how the biases that we sit in when we go into jury duty. You know, how we see them, how they sit, what does their hair look like, besides what we're in the courtroom to deal with.
You do judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely, we all do.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
So, how are you in real life? Did you dress you today?
I did.
Not bad.
I had a little help. You know.
Not bad. How do you pull off 8 shows a week and be on a hit television show? I mean, these are not short days.
No, not at all. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, I had a 6:30 call, and then wrapped around 4:30 and went straight to the theater for a 7 o'clock show. I wouldn't recommend it to a lot of people. It is definitely hard. It's definitely difficult, but.
So is Bull here in New York as well?
It is. Shoots here in New York. Yeah.
See, because it's a Phil, because it's
right,
his
everyone
backstory, assumes it's there.
Well, but you know, the thing about Phil's company is that Dr. Phil's company is that it was mobile.
Right, that's right.
You know,
right.
they kind of went where the case was. You know, so, and that's something that we do a lot in our show as well. So there's the idea that we're moving around the country to different courtrooms and for different cases.
It's clever.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I love having a couple of jobs. Like, I feel blessed.
You know.
Do you feel blessed?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. To be able to, you know, not leave a lot of food on the table. You know, I've always been taught just sort of blue collar mentality about just going to work. You know, and as an actor, people ask you if, you know, you have the choice to do a lot of different things. Did you choose that role? What made you choose that role? I'm like, I want to work.
I want to be employed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 2 beautiful children and my wife who works incredibly hard. And so while that's the hardest part, it's just not being able to spend a lot of time with
the kids are 7 and 11.
Oh.
There's your babies.
Now,
were the kids so impressed you're in Hamilton? Because it's such a huge hit with kids, too. No, not at all.
What's crazy is that we were doing In the Heights on Broadway in the same theater, the Richard Rodgers Theater in the same theater.
Another amazing show.
The wonderful, all of my sisters from In the Heights threw Veronica and I a baby shower when we were there.
Aww.
So we had Jadelin's baby shower in the lobby of the Richard Rodgers Theater.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so 7 years later, my daughter is sitting there.
How freaky is that? Full circle, though.
But it's strange. It's like, you know, they, of course, they have the soundtrack, and they know I've been working on this thing, but, you know, that's not Lin-Miranda, you know, Pulitzer, Grammy, this genius, whatever. That's Theo Lin, and he's dressed as Hamilton, and he's talking a lot, and, you know, and that's Uncle Seth on stage.
They're like literally too close. Right. They're too close to it.
And why is Daddy wearing a George Washington costume? You know.
Hamilton's America, I'm really excited about, is on PBS. It's tonight at 9 o'clock, and this is like the entire behind the scenes of the entire epic, like, arc of the show.
It's a lot of it. It really is, and I mean, it starts years before. You know, we meet Lin where he's still, you know, still writing the show, and taking us through, you know, opening, taking us through our White House visit, taking us through the Tonys, and just Alex Horowitz, who directed it, he did a masterful job of telling the story. It's pretty incredible.
Do you find it as fascinating as the rest of us to watch, or is it sort of like your kids watching you? Or are you kind of too close to it?
No, well, you know, it's funny. I've never seen our show.
Yeah.
Ever. So I saw more in that documentary. I saw more of the performance than I have in doing it for the number of years that I've been working on it.
Yeah, Renee said she went on vacation and then came back and watched the show for the first time.
Yeah, no, I remember the night she was there. So we were all a little nerve-wracked. Yeah, it's quite an experience, and I know it's going to take me a long time to process just being a part of that. The whole.
It is. It's overwhelming.
It is overwhelming, and there were so many things that have been happening. Like every night, someone new is coming. I think Jeff Bridges was here was at the show last night. Like, I mean, it's just every single night is someone else.
There's another fan.